double check here. Greg Partika with you back again. Sorry for the technical difficulties as we resume our stream here in the early goings. For those of you just joining us, we're live here at Hingham High School. Freshman action between the Eagles of Plymouth North and the Harbormen of Hingham High School. This is the home season opener for the freshmen. They currently are knotted up in the early going with the Eagles at 4. Serious three-point play from Matthews from way outside, giving Hingham the first lead of the contest. Good power move inside, hits the front of the rim, carries on out, and there's a foul on the rebound underneath. It'll be Harbormen ball. First of 3 big contests this afternoon. Glad to have you with us on live stream 2 here on Hingham Athletics. Ball out of bounds, belongs still to Hingham. Student body substitution coming in for the Harbormen. Not unusual for the freshman level of the game. Sideline out to Hingham. 3:55 left opening quarter. Baseline jumper just on the rim and out. And back come the Eagles. Floater no good. Rebound off the front of the rim. And back come the Harbormen. Jumper a little strong. And we have a traveling violation. Longtime coach Mark Tyberski shouting out instructions to his men. Hingham foul underneath. I'll send Plymouth North to the line. And if you're unfamiliar with COVID basketball, the first free throw will be uncontested. And now that the second free throw has a rebounding opportunity, 2 Hingham players will line up in the low block.
It's not going to help much more. Because it's out of order. I hate that.
That was really a Riley Garsh at the line for the Eagles. Coming up on 2:40 remaining first quarter. Glad to have you with us on live stream 2 on Hingham Athletics. One on the shot clock as the ball launches. It's going to be an air ball, 30-second violation. Student body substitution coming in for the Eagles. That's one thing at the freshman level. They're still getting used to the 30-second shot clock. There's Keith with it quickly. Back up to Harbormen. As we set it up with 2 minutes remaining, first quarter. Baseline jumper, 10 to shoot. And we have a whistle. All right, they're going to there's a little confusion here. There's an inadvertent whistle. There was 4 seconds left on the shot clock, and there was an inadvertent whistle. It looked like one of the Plymouth North players actually called timeout, which they're not allowed to call timeout because they didn't have possession of the ball. The referee blew the whistle to stop the clock, which based on where the ball was and the time of the shot clock, there was 4 seconds left. Coach Tyberski immediately called and said, hey, wait a minute. You're going to give us the ball side out with only 4 seconds on the shot clock, and you actually got a new shot clock, which at that point he decided to call a timeout. So that's his first timeout of the game. He has 4 remaining. 1:42 left first quarter, 7-4 is our score. Harbormen on top in their home opener. And it's hard to realize that this is Martin Luther King weekend, and this is their first home game. Normally this time of year you'd have about 10 games in the books.
Well, timeout, see if Jeff is going to shoot.
How can they don't have possession?
No, they do. They have an issue. I think.
So, a very unusual situation. Coach Tyberski gets his timeout. He'll have a 30-second shot clock on which to work with again. And he'll have the ball sideline out with 1:42 remaining. And Hingham looking inbound. Jumper baseline, rim short. That's Keith with it. And steps called. Josh Murray tried to get a little too anxious trying to take the 3 from the top of the key. 1:18 to play. Three ball from the corner is good. Harbormen stretched the advantage to 10-4. Foul called underneath. That'll be the 3rd team foul on the Harbormen. The Eagles will put it sideline out. Top of the key is Ryan. Doesn't get the kind roll. Alternating possession remains with Hingham on the tie-up underneath. Another thing you'll notice about COVID basketball, normally that ball would be out underneath the basket. The ball is now taken sideline out, foul line extended. Jumper sideline, good. Another 3 ball, 13-4. 20 seconds remaining in the first. Three ball good by Josh Bryant. 5 seconds remaining. Three ball on the way. Air ball, and that ends the quarter. With the score, Hingham 13, Plymouth North 7. So the breaks between the quarter are 2 minutes and 30 seconds, as opposed to the traditional customary 1 minute. The other thing of note is that there are no 10-minute half times anymore. Halftime is also a 2 minute and 30-second break. The rationale behind that is that the locker rooms are off limits due to social distancing. You may notice that you've got chairs lined up in circles at each end of the corners here. At the end of the bleachers, that's where the teams actually huddle up at halftime.
Yes, sir.
So it'll be Eagles ball to start the second quarter on the alternating possession. Whiting to inbound. He gets the return pass and we're underway. His pass goes too far. Back comes the Harbormen. The Eagles still playing man-to-man. Pretty finish. And on the pressure will be a foul against the Eagles. That'll be their based on the foul, they back out of the full court pressure, go back to man-to-man. That's Bradshaw on the corner with it. And Larkin's shot rims out, and here come the Eagles. And it's called traveling. Mr. Whiting took one too many steps. Eagles pull off the press, and back comes Hingham. Hart has it. Top of the key. Bradshaw. Back to Hart. And Hart gets mauled at the top of the key. Foul line extended. That'll be the fourth team foul on the Eagles. 6:22 to play first half. Hingham up 13-9. If you're just joining us on live stream 2, we appreciate the company. It'll be Eagles ball out on the side, as it would have normally been underneath. This is King with it. Back to King. King looks for three. Back rim. Back on the Harbormen. And that's going to... Oh, foul called underneath. Big white ball underneath. Foul called on King, his first 15. That was a jumper by Bradshaw that went off the rim. Hart with it. Back out to Bradshaw, swings it. Kicks it back out to Hart to Bradshaw. Bradshaw's drive and he gets hammered. It's going to be sideline out for the Harbormen. It's going to be his 16th foul. Will be shooting the rest of the way for Hingham. 13-9 still remaining to score. Harbormen, 5:09 left first half. Glad to have you with us here on live stream 2 on Hingham Athletics. Hart gets us in, or rather Bradshaw to Hart rather. Long jumper by Mello off the back of the rim. And stolen back on a great play over to Larkin. Larkin on the rebound, trying to clean it back up, looks for the power move, decides to back it back out to Hart. Hart's three off the back of the rim, no good. And here come the Eagles trying to settle it back down. The long three is no good by Murray. And back the other way come the Harbormen. It's off an Eagle, it will remain Harbormen ball. Bradshaw to inbound for Hingham. Larkin. Barrett. Back to Larkin. Pretty play for the Harbormen. 15-9. Hingham's advantage. And we have a foul on the floor. Be on Mr. Bradshaw. It'll be the 14th foul on Hingham. Mr. Bradshaw's first personal. And we have the student body substitution coming in for the Harbormen. 5 out, 5 in. Murray to inbound for the Eagles. Mold with it. Top of the key, launches a three ball. Front rims. Back come the Harbormen. Matthews. Too strong with the three ball from the corner. Remains Hingham. Inbound play went off D. The Eagles ball. 3:25 remaining first half. Harbormen 15, Eagles 9. Power move by King falls short and back comes Hingham the other way. Shot too strong. sideline out to Plymouth North. This is King. With a 3-ball to Murray, and it hit the, I like to call the ground rule strapping here, the cables that hold the baskets down. Actually lean over to the field to play, so if it hits one of those wide guideline wires, it's considered out of play. With it now King into the forecourt. King dumps it to the corner to Quinn, who nails the jumper. Timeout Plymouth North. Timeout with 2:22 remaining. And a well-played first half. Hingham 15, Plymouth North 11. Glad to have you with us here on Hingham Athletics YouTube live streaming channel 2. It's the first of 3. Don't forget the Harbor women are at Plymouth North this afternoon, and if you need the live streaming links there, go to HinghamHighGirlsBasketball.com. The links are posted on the video on demand. The freshman game with Hanover on the girls' side is currently in progress. That link is over there as well as the varsity and junior varsity contest at Plymouth North. All those links are available. All of the schools are streaming all of the games at home because we know that in this age of the global pandemic, you can't always be where you'd like to be, and it's a privilege for us to bring you the coverage as we can. So it'll be Hingham ball out of bounds as we resume here.
Hey, Holy Cross! Holy Cross! Holy Cross!
Okay, my alma mater play is getting called here. Holy Cross play. Unfortunately, the alma mater didn't get run exactly to perfection. Ball out of bounds to Plymouth North. Zimoto will actually inbound. It'll be over to King, and King will bring the ball into the forecourt with 2 minutes remaining in the first half. And the Eagles trail by 4. Here's King with a 3-ball, front rim. Ball loose on the floor. Saved nicely by Garsh. He tried to lay it back up and in, and it went around the rim and out. And in the rebound action, there was a foul on the floor to Plymouth North. Hingham will be shooting 1-1. Foul was called on Zimoto, and that's his second person. Now this is a free throw shooting opportunity with a rebound. So what you'll see here on the 1-1 is there will be box out. So think of it this way with the COVID rule. If a shot is going to be rebounded, if there's a rebounding opportunity, then you'll line up in the low block. If there's no rebounding possibility, then it's shot like an old style technical with no one in the box. So here's the front end of the 1-1. And it's good. And one more cut, people. That was Charlie Matthews at the line for the front end of the 1-1. Back rim second. So the Harbormen advantage goes to 5 at 16-11. 1:35 remaining first half. Whiting's inbound for the Eagles. Snyder. Hall. Kicks it back out to Keith. Keith with 1:20. 7 to shoot. Down to 2, 1, 30-second shot clock violation. You kind of knew that one was coming, folks. A Another thing freshman teams in even every level need to learn is you start playing at this level, players on the bench have to start calling out the clock. Especially when you get a rebound off something that you think gave it glass, but it didn't. Long range jumper off the back of the rim by Pryor. But on the rebounding action, some steps. And we'll go back to the Eagles. 52.1 remaining first half. 16-11 the score. Keith quickly into the forecourt. Keith retreats the loose ball. Plenty of time to shoot, 15 on the clock. Power move is blocked. Back come the Harbormen. This is loose. Three ball on the way, money. Credit the basket to Matthews. It should be the final shot, down to 14 seconds. Shot clock is off. Loose ball on the floor, corralled in the corner. That was Schneider with it. Shot on the way. And that ends the first half. Halftime score. Hingham 18, Plymouth North 11. So coming up at 5 o'clock will be the junior varsity game, and at 6:30 will be the varsity game for you here on Hingham Athletics live stream 2. And as I mentioned earlier during one of the breaks, at 5:30 over on the Plymouth Educational Television Network, you see the varsity team go by. The Harbormen will be playing Plymouth North. You okay with that? And that game will be over. You get the link for that. That'll be on the Plymouth Educational YouTube Network channel. So if you want to catch some Harbormen basketball, you can catch it over there. The JV game is just starting now over there, and that's on that link. On the Hanover Educational Channel 2 network right now, the freshman girls are playing the Hanover Freshmen. So if you like streaming, you can basically catch 2 games currently streaming right now for 2 freshman games, and actually 3 right now. So 2 freshmen and a JV game are currently all streaming right now on 3 different YouTube channels here on the network. So that's interesting. So we're coming up here. Like I said, halftime is only 2 minutes and 30 seconds. And if you can see here as we pan the bench, even at halftime, social distancing is required. So the players are stretched out on the bench. A couple things to make note of. I'm just looking ahead at schedules. We'll get you the complete schedules. It's difficult to even project more than 3 days ahead with schedules right now, because what you think you've got for a schedule, especially in basketball, changes. What we can tell you, tomorrow afternoon at 5:30 over on Hingham Athletic Channel 1, the Harbormen will actually have their first home game of the season, believe it or not. They will be hosting Plymouth North. So the Eagles from Plymouth Arena will be on the air at 5:30 tomorrow afternoon. And that'll be on Hingham Athletic Channel 1. So Harbormen hockey tomorrow afternoon 5:30 against Plymouth North here on the network on Channel 1. And we'll talk about basketball at the next break. So we're ready to go. Harbormen ball to start the third quarter. Hard. So I've been looking for Matthew, and I think he took steps. And yes, Charlie was called for the steps. That was John King with it. The mogul. Tries to stuff it in down low. Quinn with it in the corner. Down to 10 to shoot. As they swing it, ball out underneath. It'll go sideline out to the Eagles with 6 to shoot. Now the question is, do the Eagles realize they have 6 to shoot? Now they're counting it down. And that's an air ball in another 30 seconds. At least the team now knows to count down. That's usually what happens. Okay, Owen Hart to inbound. Nope. Yep, Owen's going to inbound. Here comes Noah Manning with it. Now it's Bradshaw with it. Back to Hart. Hart to Manning. Manning back to Hart. 10 to shoot. Long range jumper, back iron. Here comes Quinn and the Eagles to midcourt, quickly down range and running smooth moves. Unfortunately, I don't have 24. So my apologies to you in Plymouth for watching on the live stream. But it's 18-13, Harbormen. 6:20 to play, third quarter. This is Manning. Or check that. Yeah, that one. Quickly down floor goes the Eagles, and there's a foul on the shot. It'll be on Bradshaw. That is his first team in the second half. At the line, shooting 2 is Logan Zamoto. First is back iron. And now here come the Hingham defenders. Having watched a few games, sometimes you'll block out the shooter. Most times it's just... This time they actually called the shooter for a violation, leaving early. But it's almost... That's an interesting thing. And we'll talk about that in a minute. The referee said he had to wait until the shot hits the rim. And in past years, that was as soon as the shot left the hand. Now, we'll talk about that in a minute. We're down to 8 seconds here on the clock. Running jumper off the side of the rim. Clock racing back from the Eagles. Here comes Manning leading out of the pack again. Thinks about the 3-ball. Outrange it, outbound side. Now, one thing we haven't talked about with all the COVID is another change that happened this year is we are playing Federation basketball rules. Now, you may have heard last year about Federation football rules and the changes in the hash marks on the field and those kind of things, and some of the changes in the penalties. Well, the MIAA has gone Federation rules for all sports, the actual Federation of high school rule sets. Now in basketball, about the only thing that I knew that changed was in the girls' game, and that is a return to the 10-second half-court. 10 seconds bringing up the ball from half-court on an inbound, which had left the game for about 10 to 12 years. And now it's back. Rebound on the play by Bradshaw, foul underneath. The ball, actually, take that back. On the rebounding action, the foul was actually on Hingham, so the ball will stay with Plymouth North. Student body substitution for Hingham. My point was, I wonder if one of the Federation rule changes is that you have to wait till the ball hits the rim now. That was a long story about nothing, but...
Actually, as he said that, you can't see the scoreboard without pushing a knock on that.
shot. There's a foul in the going up for the shot. We'll get the call in a second here. Catch the foul on Zamoto. That's his third. At the line for the Harbormen. One of the things about some of the games, you still don't have all the uniform numbers, so my apologies again. So the magical mystery tour of number 31 is missing off my card, so my apologies. He makes 1 of 2 at the line. It's 21-13 Hingham. And we're coming up on 3:50 to play third quarter.
1 3-point action. Nick, you're in the middle.
There's Jack Nicholas. We got a foul underneath.
White 21. White 21, push blue right there.
Foul's going to be on Jack Nicholas. It's going to be his first second team foul for the half. Brendan Keefe to inbound. Keefe with the 3-ball. Missed everything. And that was Keefe on the rebound. Nicholas bringing it up. Nice late pass. I think he's going to get called for steps. Now it's Devlin got called for steps. One of those things when the point guard thinks, should I shoot or should I drive? First instinct probably was to shoot, and that probably was the best one. Stolen underneath, back comes the Harbormen. This is Nicholas. Dumps it to Devlin, back to Nicholas. 18 to shoot. Volpe on it, over in the corner. Dumps it back to Devlin. Ball out. 9 seconds for the Harbormen. Take a shot. 2:39 remaining in the third quarter. 21-13 is our score. Hingham on top. Time winding down. Hingham's oblivious to the shot clock. Shot underway, just beats the buzzer, but that's a total air ball, and that'll be a shot clock violation against the Harbormen. Garsh to inbound. Keefe to bring it up into the forecourt. Hingham with the double team with a little full court pressure. And Garsh with a power move inside. Shot doesn't go, but he got fouled. He'll have 2 at the line. The foul was on D, his second, team third. Garsh's first is off the front of the rim. He'll have his second. Ball's already been inbounded, so the sub can't come in. Or it's been handed to the shooter. You don't shoot if this goes. Nope, you have to wait till the next dead ball. The art behind the scorers. Talk about that later. Ball goes off Ruth's hands in the corner, it'll be Eagles' ball. As another student body substitution comes in for the Harbormen. Coming up on 2 minutes to play, third quarter. Glad to have you with us on Hingham Athletics live stream channel 2. The first of 3 games here this afternoon between the Harbormen and the Eagles of Plymouth North. This is the freshman contest. Greg Partico with you. Nice to have you here this afternoon. be Harbormen ball. Now it's Pryor with it. Pryor has it in the far corner. Mark was looking to make a play. He swings to the far side now. Mark has it back, 9 to shoot, dumps it in the corner. It'll be White ball, and it'll be sideline out to White. Mark to inbound. Pryor's out there with T. Manning. And with it now is Keith, bringing it over the timeline. There's the double team. And midcourt very successful this time for the Harbormen. They get the steal. A little sloppy in their own zone. Finally settles down. We're under a minute. New shot clock for Hingham. They're up 21-13 here over the Eagles. And a pretty jumper off the glass with a little spinorama. Credit the basket to Chris T. 30 seconds remaining, third quarter. 5-second differential between now and the clock. Manning with the 3 ball. Loops out of the rim. Eagles have it. Probably look for the last shot here. So much for looking for the last shot. Five seconds. I think they'll just sit it. And that's the end of the third quarter. A 12-point quarter for the Harbormen. Check that, a 5-point quarter for the Harbormen and a 2-point quarter for the Eagles. So after 3, 23-13 is our score. It'll be Eagles ball coming in to start the fourth. Team foul situations, Hingham has 3 team fouls in the second half. The Eagles have 2. So plenty of fouls to give before we start shooting. We've got Volpe, Nicholas, D, and I said Nicholas already. Phil scorer in me, trying to get all the starters out here for the fourth quarter. Yeah, Freshmen, make sure you know which side you're defending. All right, we're underway in the fourth. That was Sean King with it. Stolen nicely. Power move inside, stuffed by the basket. That was Manning on the play. Foul was called on D. That's his third, team fourth. D with the nice steal underneath. Start the break going the other way. Volpe with the drive and got clobbered going to the basket, but he wasn't in the act of shooting, so it's a common foul. They credit the foul to Whiting. It's going to be his first, third team. Hingham sideline out. Now it's back underway. First 40 seconds of the final quarter. Glad to have you with us from live stream channel 2 on Hingham Athletics. That's King with it to bring it over the half court. Stolen by Hingham. And that's Manning to shoot. Biggest lead of the game for the Harbormen at 12. It's 25-13.
Hands up, hands up. Hands, hands.
And it's a ticky-tack foul on the Harbormen. It's not something you need to do at this level. That's on Nicholas. It's his second, team fifth. And what did I say a couple minutes ago about not being in any danger of shooting free throws? Hingham has one more foul to give before we're shooting 1-1. Make that their last common foul to give. As Mr. D has just picked up his fourth personal. And Magical Mystery Tour number 24, who I apologize again, don't always have all the numbers. Missed the first. So Plymouth North will be shooting free throws the rest of the way here. They will be in the bonus. Makes the second, cuts the lead to 11 with 6:25 remaining in the contest. This is Manning with it. Noah, top of the key. He's got Volpe. Foul called. Whiting picks up the personal. That's his second, team fourth. Sideline out, still remains Hingham ball.
Quick.
Long range three ball accounted for Manning. Leads back to 14. King over the timeline. And Bryant was called for traveling. It'll be Harbormen ball. Manning, nifty pass underneath. Foul on the floor. 15 foul against the Eagles. We may have a free throw shooting contest in this one after all, folks. 5:42 remaining, fourth quarter. Harbormen up 28-14 by 14. Manning with it. Plenty of time on the clock, 20 to shoot. But that doesn't prevent someone from Manning from launching a three, no good. Back comes King for the Eagles. Left side jumper, air ball. Strong rebound. Off the glass, no good. Little harder shots, no good. Follow in by King. Count the basket. Hard work in there by Volpe, too, on the first two rebounding attempts. 28-16 with 5 to play. Just when you need, thought things were getting tight. 3 ball, courtesy of Mr. Matthews. 31-16. Double team half court. D on the nice rebound, pushes it up ahead, starts to drive, and a big hacking underneath. A foul should be called on Cody Quinn. That's indeed the case. That's Cody's second. Mr. Manning will be at the line for 2. First is Manning. Okay, the student bodies are not quite yet. Plymouth North sub changed it up a bit. Manning, Noah has his second. And it runs around the rim and in. 33-16. 4:20 remaining in the contest. And Noah was feeling it with that 3 ball, just a little too strong. Off an Eagles player, it's going to be Hingham ball. Manning with it, top of the key, power move.
Double foul. Blue 20. White 24, double foul. Spot foul.
Interesting call, double foul. We got a foul on Keith, or rather King, for Plymouth North. And I'm trying to, I think Manning picked up the foul for Hingham, or no, check that. The foul was on D, so that's his 5th. And Mr. D is fouled out of the game. But because it was a double foul, neither one is shooting, even though it was 7 fouls. So Matthews was at the line shooting 2. Missed the first. King with the strong move to the hole. Doesn't get the move. Back on the Harbormen. Manning with it. Coming up on 3:20 to play in the contest. Hingham up 17, 33-16. Glad to have you with us on live stream channel 2 on Hingham Athletics. Down to 4 seconds. The shot will not count. Will not count. No basket. 30-second shot clock violation. No basket. VAR official was emphatic about that. That was not a change of possession, so the shot clock did not reset. Back comes Devlin. That was a slick move to Larkin. They went coast to coast to Devlin. Too strong at the end. 2:30 to play. And a serious 3-pointer by King.
Come on, get it, Chase.
33 power.
That was T. Chris with it now. Gets it back out, 10 to shoot. Power move inside. Short rim. minutes to play, 33-19, Hingham. That was Tall with it underneath. It's stripped away and back come the Harbormen. And Coach Cyberski calls time. That's his second. He should have 3 remaining. All right, team foul situations. Plymouth North 8, Hingham 7. We're both shooting 1 and 1. 1:46 remaining in regulation. Harbormen 33, Eagles 19. Glad to have you with us here on Hingham Athletic Livestream 2. As a general rule, Channel 1 is reserved for Harbormen Harbor Women Hockey, and Livestream 2 is where you'll find basketball throughout the course of the season. We're happy to have you with us this afternoon on this Friday of Martin Luther King weekend. This is the first of 3 games this afternoon here from the high school. Coming up at 5 o'clock will be the junior varsity game, and approximately at 6:30 we'll have the varsity contest against the Eagles. And if you're looking for the Harbor Women games against Plymouth North, log on to HinghamHighGirlsBasketball.com. The live streaming links for the Plymouth North games are there. You can click on the links to go to the various YouTube channels from Plymouth Education that will get you those links to those games. All right, we've come out of the timeouts, and one thing is timeouts now are 1 minute and 15 seconds, not the minute for COVID, and another COVID accommodation. Owen Hart to inbound for the Harbormen. Chris T. Side to shoot. Shot on the way. That's an air ball, and that'll be a violation. But they're going to play since North has control. Spinorama, but you gotta put the ball down before you take 3 steps. Otherwise, it's all traveling. 1:15 remaining in regulation. And the Harbormen are comfortably out in front by 14. And we have a foul underneath, which should result in free throws one way or another. The foul was actually called on Jack Larkin, first team 8th. Josh Murray is at the line. He missed the first. Here comes the second, and hence the Hingham defenders. Second back rim. And Hingham will bring up the ball with less than a minute remaining here in the contest. Loose ball underneath. That was a pretty save by Chris T. Got it back out to Hart right at the midcourt line. Chris did a nice job of saving. Or check that. Owen did a nice job of saving with the press. And with the strong power move to the hole, score the basket for Josh Murray. 20 seconds remaining in the contest. Score the 3. That was Henry Bradshaw. 36-21 Hingham. 3.9 seconds remaining. Hingham foul on Owen Hart, his first, team ninth. Brendan Keefe at the line for the Eagles, shooting 2, missed the first. And a second back rim. Almost ended with a three-pointer from half court. Final score, Harbormen 36 and the Eagles 21. One last thing you'll notice is just a wave to everyone. There's no handshakes. Another COVID opportunity. So on behalf of the executive producer of Hingham Athletics, Jim Quattromoni, and the coordinating producer, Matt Bell, this is Greg Partito. Final score, Hingham 36, Plymouth North 21. This has been a presentation of Hingham Athletics on YouTube.